Okay, so we're getting ready to make the zucchini lasagna for dinner, and it's going to fill this 9 by 13 casserole dish. I'm going to start out with half a pound of ground lean turkey. You can use lean ground beef, or you can just go without the beef at all, or fix it however you want to. I'm going to get a pretty big frying pan. It doesn't have to be this big, but you want something big enough that you can add your sauce to it after the hamburger is done. So I'm just going to brown this. I'm going to fill a pot with water to boil to put our zucchini in while our ground beef is also browning. Now I'm going to cut the zucchini. Okay, so I'm going to use 4 zucchini that are about the size of my hand, and you can use 3 or 4 depending on your taste. And I'm going to slice them lengthwise, kind of thin. You can slice them this way if you want to. It's just going to kind of be more work to lay them out, and I'll show you what they look like when I'm done. Okay, so the ground turkey is browned, and you would drain it here, but this doesn't even have enough fat to drain. There's nothing to drain, so now I'm going to add 2 cups of prepared spaghetti sauce, or you can make your own. I love the Chunky Ragu Super Vegetable Primavera. It's got lots of veggies in it. More than a full serving of veggies in every half cup. And it's 80 calories for 1/2 cup. So after you add your pasta sauce, just turn off your heat and kind of stir it up with the meat sauce and just let it sit and chill and hang out for a little bit. You can maybe see the pieces of carrots, pieces of zucchini that are already in the sauce, so that's really great. Okay, so my water's come to a boil and I've got my zucchini cut. These are going to be like our noodles, that's why we cut them like this. And you want them about this thin, and you want them all about the same size. Even the kind of on the side, you want them about like that, so that they cook evenly. And now you're just going to put them in the water. I'll show you. Okay, so now I'm going to add my zucchini to the water, and I'm going to try to time these so that I can tell you guys a time to do this for, because I just do it until they look like they're ready, which is when they're just kind of see-through a little bit. So anyway, I'll time this. Try 5 minutes to start out with. Okay. Preheat your oven to 375. Okay, the zucchini is looking like it's about done. It's starting to break, and it's starting to get limp like this. So it's been 4 minutes, so I think that that's good. It's going to bake in the oven for 40 minutes, so I think it's going to finish in the oven, so that's good. We're going to drain it in a strainer and then let it cool for them. Okay, so while the zucchini is cooling and the oven is preheating, we're going to prepare our cheese mixture, which is going to be 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of flour, which all my measuring spoons are in the dishwasher right now, so I'm just going to kind of guesstimate a teaspoon, which is about like that much. This is going to help bind your cheese together so it's not just one big runny mess. Then you're going to use 1 cup of reduced fat or fat-free cottage cheese. And you can use as much of cheese as you want to, but I'm going to use 6 ounces today because I'm going to divide it and put 2 ounces on top and put 4 ounces in with the cottage cheese. You could also do 8 ounces and do 4 and 4, or however much you want to do. So I'm going to mix this all together. So there's our mixed up cheese mixture. You could also use ricotta cheese, of course, but I've found that cottage cheese works just as well and doesn't cost as much. So now we are going to start assembling our zucchini lasagna. Okay, so we're going to take half our meat mixture and we're going to spread it on the bottom of the pan. We're going to reserve the other half. We're going to spread that all along the bottom. Now we're going to use half our zucchini, and we're going to just line them up just like zucchini noodles on top of the meat. Okay, so a lot of my zucchini have broken apart, so maybe 4 minutes might even be a little too long to boil them. Maybe you might want to try 3 or even 2, just to get them softened before you put them in the oven. But you just make do and you just put it in there haphazardly. It doesn't have to be perfect. And now that we've got that layer of zucchini, now we're going to put all of our cheese mixture in. Okay, so just put dollops of the cheese mixture all over it, and then just do your best to just kind of spread it out over the zucchini. Okay, so now we're going to put the rest of our zucchini on, and then the meat sauce. Okay, so it looks like 4 was just about the perfect amount, but as you can see, everything fell apart, so it's not very pretty. So definitely 4 minutes in the boiling water was too much for the zucchini, so either slice them thicker or not so much time in the water. So now I'm going to top with the rest of the meat mixture and put some foil on top. Okay, there's the sauce, and now the foil. Okay, I lied about the foil. It's bake uncovered for 30 minutes. And then once it's done with the 30 minutes at 375, then we're going to put the remaining 2 ounces of mozzarella cheese. Okay, so it's done with the 30 minutes. I'm just going to sprinkle with the remaining 2 ounces of this mozzarella and put it back in the oven for another 10 minutes along with my garlic bread. Okay, so there it is right out of the oven. You can see it's all bubbly and yummy. And you can see that the mozzarella cheese on top is very sparse because I only used 2 ounces. The recipe calls for 8 ounces divided, so it would be 4 ounces on top and 4 ounces in the cheese mixture. But I cut 2 ounces out so that I could eat a little bit more of the rest of it. So that's just how you kind of adjust recipes to kind of get you filled, you know. So I'm going to cut this and show you in a few more minutes. I took it out a couple minutes soon because I didn't have as much cheese on top, and it looks ready to me. So I took it out after 6 minutes after we put the cheese on. You want to wait to cut this as long as you possibly can so that it will cool down a little bit and set up a little bit more, because if you cut it right away, it's going to be quite gooey, just like a regular lasagna. So you just kind of want to let it sit for a few minutes if you can. I love garlic, so right out of the oven I always dust this with a good amount of garlic powder. It's really yummy. Usually about like that much, right on top. Okay, so I need to split this into 6 pieces, and I've discovered that my spatula will span 6 times, or 3 times across this, so that's how I'm going to measure the 6. So just all the way up here and then down the middle, and then that will be my helping right there. Pretty good size. I'll tell you the calorie breakdown soon. So there it is, y'all. Pretty good helping. Very yummy. I'm not really a fan of low carb meals, or definitely vegetarian meals most of the time, but this I really like. And you can go without the meat and it is still delicious. So hope you guys will make this and enjoy, and I'll give you the calorie breakdown next. Okay guys, so for the calories for that zucchini lasagna, if you use the 8 ounces of mozzarella instead of the 6 that I used, it's going to be 1,429 calories for the whole entire pan. So if you make it and you have a quarter of it, then that's going to be 357. Or if you have a sixth of it, like I had, that's only going to be 238 calories for you. And a sixth of that whole 9x13 pan is a good serving for 238 calories, let me tell you. And so yeah, that's the calories, and it's good for you, baby. So eat some.